Review. For those of you joining us for the first time on YouTube, this is a series where I, Maldhound, known hater, connoisseur of terrible decks, will look at your deck's PP and tell you if it's weird or curved or perfect. Your PP is your premise and your practicum. Your premise is the idea behind your deck. It's what you hope it will do. Your practicum is what you put in the deck and whether or not it helps you do that. So tonight we're looking at a Judith Carnage Connoisseur deck. This is stock Rakdos as far as the eye can see. We want to embody the feeling of a deranged clown, Joker moment, plus a couple Molotov cocktails. That makes sense to me. Now, you said, please help, Mr. Dog. I've been working on this piece of shit for 2 years now, going back and forth on things to add, cut, whatever. I love Rakdos, the color pair, Identity Guild, and I also love Burn as a strategy. Judith is a great commander, but I felt the least confident while building playtesting this. So the deck wants to burn everything to the ground, especially my opponent's creatures. I have some life gain payoffs like Veto and Aetherflux Reservoir, which combo nicely with Fire Covenant. The tokens that Judith makes on anything that's not burned can be dumped for sacrifice effects while being chump blockers. Ultimately, I end the game by burning with Crackle with Power, Repercussion, Aetherflux, or Veto. So that all makes sense. I have a Judith Carnage Connoisseur Brawl deck, which has made people very, very angry. The first thing I think is wrong, looking at all this stuff, is this section. Because when I think about a Judith deck, I don't think about us running out of mana. I super don't think about us trying to storm. God, the commander does so little to help us storm off. What the commander does really, really well is make sure our life is up, make sure that we can clear the board. But when I think of what are we going to run out of, it's usually cards. Black and red are good at making up for that. But I don't ever think like, oh man, if I just had one more treasure, maybe for Crackle with Power specifically, but I don't think of Judith turns as this long bang, 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 I'm casting. I think of it as like, hey, here's Blasphemous Act. I'm gonna gain 130 life, pass. Eat shit. And so the fact that we have included these leads me to believe we may have fooled ourselves into, yeah, a little bit of a, we think we're storming off. You're not storming off. Don't, I mean, maybe it's possible. Judith is just kind of a bad commander for it. Like I'm trying to think of how we could help this be a storm deck, because like the reasons I don't like it is I normally like it when our commander can cover for a weakness or help support or capitalize on a strength of what our 99 is doing. And if our 99 is going to be storm, that means we're going to cast a lot of instants and sorceries. That could mean we get a lot of imps. The imp plan, though, does not hook into this grand finale plan. So if you wanted to do storm, actually, now that I'm thinking about it more, we could do a storm deck. But the way the storm deck would work is you would take these party favors, you would take these damage multipliers, and you would just try to make and kill a ton of tokens in one turn and hope that the damage doubling just burned everybody down. And you would need like every single version of Deadly Dispute, Corrupted Conviction, and that is where that is where the Bergy stuff could kind of help you out. The problem we get into is Bergy, Electro, Urabras, they're all floating red mana. Red mana not really make sacrifice card chain keep going. Red mana kind of make, end the festivities, electricity stuff keep going, but that not make storm turn keep going, because that not make no more card in hand. How make storm go? Storm stop. Us, very sad. So if we want to do is capitalize on gaining a lot of life. No, stop. The nonsense, bro. The nonsense has to cease. Yeah, having a big life total. Crackle's weird because it wants to capitalize on having a lot of mana, and this strategy does not lend itself to you having a lot of mana. There are ways you could try to force it to, by, I'm going to control the board really heavily. I'm going to have something like Black Market. But I think that's where your difficulties are coming in, is you are picking a lot of stuff that has like Rakdosy vibes. Um, but there's three different mechanical through lines happening here. Like there's one wolf inside of you that for some reason thinks you make a lot of mana. You don't. There's another wolf inside of you that thinks you're storming. You're not. And then there's the final wolf inside of you that is just doing like the right thing. And I think 60% of you is focused on that. So if you want to do this, I have a bunch of life. I convert that life into Aetherflux Reservoir. I convert that life into Fire Covenant. What we need to focus on is how do we keep drawing enough cards? And we need meteor things that hit the board. Because the biggest problem I see with our fuck it burns, great tag by the way, is we have Blast Act, great. Blood for the Blood God, great. Crack with Power you don't have the money for. Electrickery, unless our opponents have like the Death Touch is good. Like the Death Touch is what allows us to do Electrickery and get a board wipe. It doesn't let us get a lot of life. I want a lot of life. I would rather, hold on. We have that. I would rather be a little bit less mana efficient and get a fuckload of life. Because if we get a fuckload of life, it gives us access to more stuff to do in black. It gives us access to more things where we can pay a ton of life for a big benefit like Fire Covenant. It lets us rely more heavily on enchantments that are going to drain our life to keep giving us material. Like you already have black market connections. Chandra's Ignition just does black market connections better. We shouldn't do Chain Reaction because it's going to board wipe our commander, but like Delayed Blast Fireball, 5 per creature, so much life. So much life. And then we can get more aggressive about how we pay that life to do big shit. Like Fiery Confluence would also be good. If you want Aetherflux, Fire Covenant, Veto to be the game winners, the way we do that is we fix the card draw section. So what's in our card draw section right now? Tutor, not bad. Tutor, not bad. Great. Acceptable. It requires us to take a turn or take a spell off of doing Death Touch Lifelink, which I don't love, but we can do it. Same for this. Hell yeah. I love dog shit. What I'm talking about. I love dog shit. Wouldn't do this. This is card selection, not card advantage. Your problem is almost always going to be running out of cards, not I need the exact right one. And you have enough tutors that I have faith that you will draw into a tutor eventually to get one of your game winners. Jessica's Will is just a good card. Light Up the Stage is a good card. Morbid's pretty good. Good for at least one card a turn. Knight's Whisper is fine. I do think we would be better off just dropping some type of engine that will do it every turn. Like Dark Confidant's right there at this mana value. Past in Flames is great. We have Phyrexian Arena, but not Dark Confidant. Amazing. I don't love Plumb the Forbidden anymore, unless you want to be on that Storm token plan. Same goes for Sign in Blood. Nothing wrong with it. I think we would rather pay more mana and do something bigger, or get an engine because there are so many cheap engines running around nowadays. That's fine. That's fine. This is pretty fine. I think we can do better than this, but it's very Rakdosy, so why do we want to? Aperitif. I don't love this. Oh no, our commander's 5. Ooh, yeah. Then I would actually argue we need a little bit more ramp. We need a little bit more ramp, And if we have to get to 5 mana before our commander starts doing anything anyway, then we can invest in more in just bigger plays. Like we don't have to do Sign in Blood because we're not trying to be hyper mana efficient to begin with. We're slamming a 5 mana commander for fuck's sake. So I would say your ramp should go up to at least 12 pieces. You should consider using the pieces of ramp that net you 2 or more mana. So these are things like Worn Power Stone, Hedron Archive, Palladium Mirror, though you may not want Palladium Mirror because that's a creature and it could get caught in the crossfire of your own board wiping. I don't think you want anything as greedy as Gilded Lotus. There is Stone Speaker Crystal as well. And then I think you actually want a slightly more responsible removal section than you think. I think right now you are coasting on like, oh, well, I don't need good removal. I have a commander giving everything death touch and lifelink. But you're not doing that until 5 mana, so that means you're waiting like 3 if not 4 turns to even have access to this, and then you have to untap on the next turn to use it as removal. So where are we trying to land? Bracket 3 right now? Fucking Blood Moon. Okay, we're probably landing in bracket 3. Based on the Aetherflux win con. I'm the evil one in my playgroup. Don't make it too much less evil. Yeah, we're going to make it more evil. I think right now we're doing too much monologuing, and we have to do less monologuing. And the way we do less monologuing is your early turns could be some combination of I have played ramp, and I have removed a permanent before my commander is played. Or I have played a card draw engine. I don't think it is sufficient to on turn 2 play Night's Whisper. I think it is sufficient to on turn 2 play Dark Confidant, to play Darkstar Augur, to play Keen Duelist, to play Parker Luck. These things that are going to give us card over card over card over card, and we're going to be afraid because we're like, I'm also telling you to run chunkier spells, so I'm going to lose life. But those chunkier spells should be netting you shitloads, right? This is 18 life gained if you put all of it into each opponent. What other good... Oh, imagine. That's so not punk rock, but that's so heavy metal. That's so Rakdos. -1/-1, we don't care. We want to do damage. Like overloaded Mizium Mortars. That's where I would be. I wouldn't be on Electrickery. Because this is like... Because if all we get out of our commander is I play them turn 4, the table goes, oh man, there goes Jimmy. And then on turn 5, I play a land, and I overload this spell. I wipe the board, I gain, let's say everybody has 2 creatures only. That's 8 per player. I gain 24 life. And then they kill my commander. You're good, right? Like, we're fine with that. That's a good hour. We have enough time to rebuild to the next cast of our commander. So this is what I would turn a lot of your, like, flick a coin, end the festivities, Electrickery. I think you're trying to be efficient in the places I don't think we need to be efficient. Because your Rakdos is not known for its fucking efficiency. Sure, fake your... I mean, I don't love this here. Hexing Sculpture is fine. It's a good card. Yep. Great, more of this. For sure. And then I think that just about fixes it. So let's go over this. What are we doing? We're going up on ramp. You have a 5-mana commander, you have to act like it. We are abandoning this idea that we are storming off. I think your dream turn is to cast one chunky gain a shitload of life spell and then pass with open mana. Whether you want to replace some of this bad interaction with good removal spells, Or if you want to be an evil bastard, replace them with redirect spells because you have a commander that motherfuckers hate to see coming. So they're going to try and kill her. So if you, on your turn, go play Judith, I cast something like Fiery Confluence, I cast something like Mizium Mortars, um, like I tap out for something crazy like Call forth the Tempest, or I don't tap out, I do Fiery Confluence, and then I hold up 1 or 2 mana to redirect lightning when they try to kill my commander. Aces. Aces. Like the and then instead of playing like Knight's Whisper, it can be a bunch of good efficient engines that we play before our commander, and then we can just slam shit like Dark Petition after. Just slam it big style. Let's go oh, what's that? Stinging Study? Now imagine if I had spelled it right. Hell yeah. I'm spending 5 to draw 5, dude. I don't give a fuck. You can't stop me. You can't stop me. I was making 5 mana anyway. And I need the fucking cards. So I would say like card advantage, mana value greater than or equal to 3. You want like bigger stuff. And I know that part of you wants to believe in the Aether, like you want to do the Storm thing because you're like, oh, but Aetherflux cares about how many spells I've cast. That's true. The Storm plan for this deck is totally viable. I think it's a bigger change from what you have presented. I think it is a shorter path to be like, okay, well, I'm going to activate Aetherflux, but I'm not really going to gain that much life from Aetherflux's cast trigger. I'm just going to have already gained fucking 50 life from board wiping you the turn before. Citadel would be a very good game changer for you, as it is for most people. You could Necropotence like a freak, but you don't need to. Shamil would be really funny if you have a copy. Like, straight up, be greedy. Be greedy. You have a 5-mana commander. Ramp like you mean it. Play greedy shit. You don't need a Twilight Prophet. This doesn't do damage. Oh, we're just talking about draw, actually. Yeah, be evil. Draw 3, motherfucker. Draw 3. Hold up, get a chump blocker. Hold up mana to redirect lightning. Or hold up mana to Pyroblast, or to Fatal Push, or to Shoot the Sheriff. Like any of the other efficient instant speed interaction options will work just fine, but that should be your game plan. Is early game, I am playing a draw engine or I'm ramping. I might remove something. I slam my commander. After I slam my commander, I am playing something that gets me a fuckload of life and passing the turn, tapped out, or I am playing something that chunks pretty hard like Flame Rift, and I am passing the turn with interaction. So my hard cuts would be Crackle, Trickery, End the Festivities, Flick a Coin, Lightning Bolt, Repercussion. If you have a life gain player, this is fine. Spikefield Hazard, Tectonic Hazard, Dark Writ, Desperate Writ, Mana Geyser. And then Urabras, Stormkiln, Sedgemoor, Electro, Burgi. Those are things I would turn into like totally different cards. And then we talked about on a 1-for-1 basis, turning some of this just like draw 2 cards into an engine you can stick on the field, or into something a little bit chunkier because we should have the mana anyway, because we should be building our deck with the ramp to pay for this. So if there's any other fun stuff I missed for Rakdos, let me know in the comments. But I do hope this helps, and I wish you the best of luck.